Good evening, family. John Brooks, as always. Thanks a lot, brother. K. Archie. Welcome, Queen. Thank you. Keno. Okay, who's that? Hold on, family. Oh, that's Jack. Oh, okay. Started to say. Welcome, family. Thanks for coming. Underrated men's talk. I'm gonna send out the links in a few. All right. Swollen Minds, what it do, family? If you want to get on the panel, this is Man's Talk tonight. Please let me know. Man's Talk. If you want to get on, put your email in the chat, and I will hook you up. I'm thinking about doing something. I feel like doing something different tonight. I really do want to do something different tonight. Jaquel, watch out for your link. Oh, fuck. Watch out for your link. Okay, Muhammad's the one. I'm the junior elder. Do you feel like getting on? Because I know you little feel the weather. Who's this? What's going on? She stay asleep.
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. Yup. You dropping jewels, brother, as always, man. We appreciate you.
No doubt, bro. No doubt. Shout out to the grinder.
That age. Yo, you be sounding like me or something, man. I gotta be careful with that.
Jaquel, what's good, bro?
All right, D Kenner defense. Let me copy you down, brother. Welcome back, fam. Welcome.
Oh, my fault, bro. Peace, brother JT and DS1. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Man, I'm great, man. It's been a great week for me. You know what I'm saying? and stronger than ever. The grind is getting stronger as always. And shout out to Sheets. I want y'all to check out his his series, do a Black History, y'all. Groundbreaking, y'all.
That's a fact, brother. That last live he just did was dope as
That
hell
was
with
hot.
brother
And then
Rod.
I'm gonna tell you,
That was dope.
yo, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. See, mostly the people that She Stay Sneak was doing, I knew. Amos Williams, what? Amos Wilson, what? Underrated.
Man, he don't understand what he truly be doing at times, bro. There's so many people that I don't be knowing in history. For instance, I never knew what Deacons of Defense was until like I stumbled across one of this brother's videos, and this man learned me a lot, bro. So salute to Sheep once again, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it, man. I just, you know, I just be I'm just trying to encourage and uplift our people, man. And the way, history helps, man. History helps. Getting a history lesson, it helps. It's almost like, when you don't know things about your family as a child, what makes you love your family more is hearing those family stories. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I see history for us as, man. It's a way for us to tell our story so it can encourage and empower the youth. We always talking about, why the youth is this way, why the youth is that way. But for the most part, we're empowering the youth the wrong way. We're only giving them 25% of the game. For the most part, most of our children, all they care about is how to get money. But that's only 25% of the game. We're not giving them all of the game. And then we wondering why they off balance. They off balance because we not giving them the whole game. We got to stop holding the game back and see our youth. They know that. I'm gonna say we because I'm a part of the youth. You know what I'm saying? Me and Jacquel, we still young. We still, we still considered the youth.
Mm-hmm.
We just in that generation, right, right above them. We're millennials. So I'm talking about the generation Z's, the ones that's after us. We too much, man. We try to sell the truth to our youth, man. We gotta stop putting a price tag on the truth. We gotta stop putting a price tag on the game. If we really want our people to thrive and to be better as a people, we gotta stop thinking that we gotta sell a game to our people. We need to get a game up and just let our people take the game that we give them and do what they do with it.
Yeah.
That's how we gotta do it, man. Because we can't keep blaming other people for our people not being informed. We need to inform our people. That's the
Right.
purpose of independent black media, to
Mm-hmm.
inform our people. So if we ain't giving our people the game, we can't blame nobody for us being lost no more. The game is out here. Jay-Z gave up the game on 444. He gave the game up. He gave it, he told us. He told us what it was about. Young black man, go get you some land. You ain't nobody until you own some land. You ain't
Mm-hmm.
nobody to your financial is corrected. Like he,
Right.
he gave he gave up the game. Now it's time for us to do the same thing, man. We just need to play our part and do what we need to do. And that's it, man. That's all we can do at the end of the day. You know?
Yeah.
Big facts. I can't disagree with nothing that bro just said, man. Big facts.
Yeah. And so, that's why Money Boy Films, man. If you want to get on, man, this is Man's Talk. Let me know. Muhammad's the one too. I know you don't. Y'all know you resting. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to get your brothers on things. See, that's what I do. Wherever I learn, I share it. because the younger ones need the game too. Because when they get older, they got past the game too. But along the way, we got selfish. We just want to pass the game on certain ones. No, you can't do that. And so, for me, I'm just gonna do whatever I can. You know what I mean? But whatever I learn, I'm gonna give it up. You know what I mean? And that's more than right. To make it easy for the ones that that the young ones come. And I feel that's very important, in our community. Oh, you're a female. I'm sorry. You 16? Oh, you can't be in the chat then. If you 16, you might have to leave. But I think this is man. Well, just too young. Good looking. Nah, too young. Maximin, what's good? If you want to get on the panel, this man's talk, feel free. Let me know. If anybody want to get on the panel, let me know. All right, cool. Yeah, so and that's what we got to do, man. Keep on passing. Wherever it is positive, pass it. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt you. Stop being stingy of the information. If you already got some good at, pass it. And that's what hurt us too sometimes. That's what pissed me off too. So we'll wait for some more people to come in.
Hey, what's going on? Underrated.
What's good? What's good with you? Announce yourself, please, brother.
Oh yeah, man. I'm Deacons of Defense. My real name is Ledford Thomas. I'm in Vegas. I had this brother on earlier today on my show, Underrated, and that dude is really intelligent.
Yeah,
I really appreciated you coming on, man.
I appreciate you invite me. It was an excellent bill. He had me. I believe there was another brother. It was Bar Cherry, and what's the other sister? I can forget that sister. Sade.
The Raining Woman on there.
Raining Woman. It was beautiful. We were strategically, building. So when people said that a black man and a black woman cannot build for the strength of the black family, they lying. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because there's living proof today. And also there's a few others. And
I know someone earlier was mentioning Deacons of Defense. I'm not sure if they were referring to me, but the reason why I use Deacon of Defense right now is because my uncle started it. Uncle Ernest.
Whoa.
Back in Louisiana. He started the Deacons of Defense.
Whoa. Give us a little history on that, please.
Well, I mean, he started like a year, maybe 8 or 9 months before I was born. I was born in 63. He started in 62.
Wow.
And the Klan was trying to keep people from voting and stuff like that. So he formed the Deacons of Defense, to protect voters and stuff like that, from the Klan. And they already have a movie out. Well, the movie's been out. Deacons of Defense. You can look that up, and you better check out the movie.
Okay.
Now, my uncle Ernest, he passed away a few years back, but his daughter, she's still alive. In fact, he got a couple of daughters; they're still alive. So, but that's a little history about it.
Hey, man, see, I told you, man. Things be happening on the Darkness channel, man.
Hey, that's crazy. Another Thomas. Another Thomas.
And I'm a Thomas too.
Oh, okay, really? Wow. Okay. You guys from Louisiana?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm in Louisiana as we speak.
Okay. Yeah, my people's out in Monroe and Shreveport.
Yeah, I know where they at.
Yeah. I'm putting myself on mute.
All right. Gonna add some more people on. But I have an idea tonight, brothers. You know, I was thinking about this for the last 2 days, and I really want to talk about self value tonight. What does it mean to have self value while we still in this world? This society has bring us down, and I don't want it to be like oh man, like a congregation. I don't want it to. I want it to be happy. So I was thinking about each of y'all pick up black man that made a solid contribution around the world. Y'all talk about them, and then after that, we pass it around. How do you feel about that?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm ready to get into it.
Okay, we're gonna invite someone. Oh, she stay asleep. Jackwell. Let's see.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just moving around right now. I'm here though. I'm here.
Okay, do you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you. I'm just moving around. I had a loss in the family, so I'm moving around right now.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about that. My condolences, man. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So I'm trying to talk and I'm moving around a little bit so y'all can hear me and I can hear y'all.
Okay, man. I'm sorry. Sorry for our condolences. Wow, our condolences. Brother, I'm sending you the link, Max. Go get some more people in. Get some more men here. See something. Trying to add some more people in. Let me see something. All right. Money Boy Films in the piece.
What's going on? Building, everybody.
Money Boy Films in the house. Okay, Master, I'm working on you right now, brother. I didn't forget about you. I kept on working.
Peace, Money. How's it going, man?
It's all good, everybody. I love this topic right here. I'm loving this, JT. You always come with fire and good topics. That's what everybody needs to know.
Wow. Thank you. Makes me feel good. At least I'm doing something right.
Man, hey, everybody on this panel be coming with fire. You know, I check out everybody's channel. I go around, you know, and just be listening to all our brothers speak and even all of the sisters. And I'm like, man, so all we have to do is keep coming together. Unity wins. All, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. I definitely agree with that, yo. Definitely agree with that. All these brothers got great minds. They all intelligent. They all share great wisdom. And the sisters, y'all be opening me up to a lot. So thank all of y'all, each and everything y'all do. So thank
All right.
y'all.
Well, I could tell you, I don't know. How old are you? I'm gonna ask you, defense.
I'm double nickels. I'm double nickels right now. I'll be 56 in October.
What? All right,
Yeah,
you be 56. I'll be 53 in June, so I'm right behind you.
right on. Yeah, I'll be 50. I'll be 56 in October.
Oh, okay. Watch out for your link, Maximum. Watch out for your link.
Peace to all the brothers on the panel. What's going on? JT, thanks for having me, man.
What's going on? The junior elder in our community. We also got Sheet Stay Sleep, the spoken
What up,
truth
G?
in our community.
What's up, my man?
What, Muhammad?
Oh,
What up,
snap
bro?
the OG up in here. What's
Peace to the
cracking,
God.
OG? How you feeling,
Yeah,
bro? How you
All right,
feeling?
I'm getting there one day at a time, brother. Everything is working out. A little slow, but I'm getting there.
Thank the Most
What's
High, bro.
happening,
You just
y'all?
take your time. Just take your time, bro. We need y'all, chop.
Yes, sir. No rush. They trust the process. You know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. I heard that before. How y'all doing, man? How's the brothers tonight, man?
man, I feel great. I
Okay.
feel I feel great, man. Been a pretty big week in the week, been pretty good. I feel good. Junior Elder, what I'm going to do, we gonna talk about each of y'all gonna name a black man that made major contributions in the world. Tell them how you feel about it, and each brother gonna say put their little stuff on it, and then put their little thing on it. There's gonna be a next brother, and you know, it might be a little fun tonight. But that's what we're gonna do tonight. I think it's all about. I'm talking about self-value.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm head. That's what I'm at. That's what I'm at tonight.
No
Okay.
doubt. Yo,
I want to be
Yeah.
focused on self-value. Us, self-value. Don't
real,
talk. I don't want to hear about nobody else. Us as black men. Self-value. Let's
real,
respect each other's value
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
on the
Which one?
in the
Yeah. No, I
on
do.
the
I
panel
need
and
to change the water though.
chat.
No change water? Okay.
real quick, JT.
Yeah.
Grinch in
That's
the
it.
chat. He wants you to send him the link.
Who?
Grinch.
I don't. He got a
Salute to Grinch. Salute to Grinch, man. That's a good dude. Salute.
Yeah.
Check the chat. Check the chat.
All right, I'm gonna check it right now.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
I'm about to bounce out for a few minutes, but I'm going to swing right back. I'm about to deal with the family real quick, and I'm going to bounce right back.
no doubt, bro.
All right.
Okay, JT. Okay, cool.
All right, family.
So that's who we're gonna do it like that. All right, good looking out. She say sleep, but I was copying. She's not.
Thank you, sweetie. Hey, JT,
Yes, sir.
did you hear the latest, yo?
About what?
Uh,
You mean Orange Crush 45? Get him a slapping smash.
no, no, the woman that just got elected, that Somalian woman,
Yeah.
she's not backing up on her words, bro.
What did I told you though?
Yeah. Remember we talked about that the other day?
Matter of fact, tell the people about it, please.
Okay. She made statements about Israel, and how they were money grabbing and how they stole the land from the people. And then a lot of people thought she was going to back off those statements, but now they even had a vote within both houses of Congress, but the Republicans voted 23-0 that they didn't want this no hate thing in effect because they're hateful people themselves. But she, as herself, did not back off her words. She is standing to truth to power. I thought she was going to back off. She had me rethink that situation. Yep.
Oh, okay. And I talked about this on my last stream, y'all.
Right.
You need to check it out.
Right. 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 Yeah. My greetings to the brother, the double nickel brother. I call him double nickel. What's his brother name?
Say your name again, bro.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up, brothers? What's up, JT?
Oh, yeah, he is. Got you in. Okay.
What's up, all the brothers on the panel?
Hold on, I didn't forget about you, brother. I didn't forget about you.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Max?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
All right, cool, man. Good to have you aboard, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hell, y'all
Yes.
made me feel younger, man. I think I'm the young guy on the panel. I'll be 52 here in March.
How old?
How
old again?
I'll be 52 here in March, man. My birthday's on the 20th.
Wow.
Well, I guess the junior elder.
I want to give my condolences to the brother who suffered a loss, man. I want to give my condolences.
Yeah,
to you
definitely,
and your family, my brother.
Jack well, yeah, man. Our condolences, bro. The great hold on, brother.
Yeah, I fell off, man, but I'm back up here now.
Yeah.
The double nickels.
Okay, double nickels, my man. Yes, sir.
I ain't in no hurry. I ain't in no hurry to get there, man. I'm trying to get there slow as hell.
You know,
I hear you.
We're gonna name you the original Las Vegas dog.
So Jay, I think I might. Am I the youngest one on the panel? I'm 40.
Oh yeah,
nah.
I am.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Nah, that belongs to sheep. That title belongs to sheep. I believe. Yeah.
See, we can learn from everybody, from the OGs to the young people to the babies.
Yeah, but I feel that we older brothers, we're gonna have to get back in the game, man. A lot of our young brothers done lost their way, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man, they done lost their way. They don't know how to deal with women. They can't do nothing, man. We're gonna have to get out of our rocking chairs and get back in the game and start straightening some of these cats out.
I agree with that.
I agree with you on that one.
My sons are now of age to where.
Yeah, sorry,
right
the greats. I see the link. Watch out for it.
It's a lack of knowledge as well. They don't. What I'm noticing with a lot of them, they don't have the teachings from our fathers. They don't have that basic teaching from the father. They just don't have it.
Right.
It manifests into some kind of wild and crazy, twisted information. To the point where many of them are a detriment to themselves as soon as they open up their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even realize it.
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
But why do you feel that is? I mean, what do you think caused this ripple effect of these young black men running out here thinking it's just about money? They disrespect their women. They disrespect themselves. What do you think is the cause of that?
I think something happened. I think something got in between our generation and their generation, and the information wasn't passed down in a lot of their cases. Because what I'm hearing from them, it's just no basic understanding of manhood. Nothing.
I think it's
So
television.
excuse me.
It's the television because they're being programmed totally different. They seeing things on TV and they thinking that it's all about money, so they trying to go for all that and being disrespectful. When us, that's really right there, right above them, we still looking down like, hold on, y'all, that ain't the way we learn. So we feel like we dropped the ball somewhere when really it was the
Yeah,
TV in these phones, Facebook, Instagram, all this social media. It was easier for them to lash out compared to us.
I think that has a lot to do with it, but I also think the biggest problem is that in many cases there's really no father in the house because we had television too. We didn't have the social media, but we also had television. But we have fathers. Many of us had fathers in the home. Okay, so it was a different dynamic in the household back then. Now there is no hardly no traditional families left. You know, there's a lot of single mothers going on. There are single fathers out there that people never mention. You got
True.
fathers out there raising children on their own. Okay, so the family is pretty much either separated or broken, or in some cases just non-existent, and it's really affected these younger brothers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if that's the case, obviously it's gonna take a lot, to get these young brothers back, back. But if the family structure is been destroyed, is there any way to get these brothers, the understanding of what manhood is?
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
taking care,
yeah.
we're taking care of their families about, you know, getting jobs and being stable. Are we going to be able to instruct them on how to do that?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that's what has to happen. But here's the thing, though. You got a lot of pushback against the family now. You got brothers out here now, even some older brothers who I'm surprised at, who are actually pushing against the traditional black family. Okay, so they're being faced with that. So what I think has to happen is we have to create a new standard according to what's going on in these times. Things are much different than when we grew up. So we have to make an adjustment in the teachings when we try to help these brothers out.
Yeah, but do
Exactly.
we make the adjustment, or do they make the adjustment? Because us telling them they have to adjust to, to our teachings, I guess, to what we're trying to, convey to them.
So
I
But a
we
lot of
gotta
them, a lot, a
adjust
lot of them are not
first.
willing to listen.
I think we have to make the adjustment because I don't think the environment is conducive to our teachings from the old school.
Yes.
I don't think the environment today will support that. So we would have to, with our wisdom, we would have to make the adjustment.
So then, if we have to make the adjustment, I don't know, because if we make the adjustment, then they're going to be continuously doing what they're doing.
Not necessarily. You know, it depends on new standard. You know how we teach them how to deal with today's black woman. You see, today's black woman is nothing like like the black woman we were used to. I mean, it's night and day. A lot of these
That's
black women
true.
out here are crazy. I'm
But but if
serious,
they're,
man.
but
Fucking
my
crazy.
thing is if they're not looking for family, if they don't want a family, I don't see anything changing.
Well, I think there's ways around it. We could probably induce a mentality that will instruct them to recreate a family. But I think preaching the family to them, I don't think that will work. I don't think they'll receive that. I don't think they'll
No.
receive that because of what they're dealing with now. This black woman right here that they're dealing with now, she's a monster. She's an
Yeah.
absolute monster. She's nothing
Um,
like what we're used to. So we have to study today's black woman and understand where we can get it to where we can have these young brothers tame her or reel her back in. She needs to be reeled back in right now. Right now, she's acting wild. A lot of times, she's out of control. She's outright disrespectful in many cases. It's a mess.
Well, fellas, can I offer something and piggyback on what this brother just said? How about this? All right. Do you think that our black women over the past 10 to 15 to 20 years are steady watching the other culture, the oppressive culture, and copying everything? That bell was rung by mistake, man. You understand? And they're watching everything but doing the right things. Like, in other words, JT and I were talking about that the other day. We used to play board games together in the home. We used to eat together in the home. We used to watch certain TV programs together in the home. But then when we started watching the oppressor, and started copying the things they were doing, I think that's where the mistakes came in, or the misunderstanding to the key of understanding. What y'all think about that?
I agree with that.
Mm,
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
I agree with that also.
And I
mm-hmm.
also
Because
think that I'm sorry, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
No, no, no,
I,
no, no. I just wanted, just y'all take on that, basically. Yeah, y'all could
Uh,
elaborate. Go ahead.
yeah, I
yeah.
agree with that.
No, you go,
I'm sorry,
bro.
no, not go ahead, brother. I was already talking. You go ahead, man.
All right. I agree exactly with what you were saying. All right. First, they watching us. They watching our women. They
Right,
really copying our women, and then
right,
our women are watching them and not even realize they're copying themselves. But
right,
but being put back in the wrong image. Like
right,
we all can look at a picture and see many different things.
right,
And they seeing the wrong thing. They not realizing that they the ones that got the control, you know?
right, right.
So
Agreed.
basically, I was brought up by a single mom, and my mom was strong. She had two jobs, worked hard, does everything.
Agreed.
Everything. My pop's been
Salute,
locked up
salute.
all my life. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be a super dad to my kids.
Mm-hmm.
No
Mm-hmm.
matter what obstacle I had to jump, no hurdles, whatever I had to do, I was there to show my sons a totally different lifestyle that I was shown. But it
Agreed.
made me respect. I respect everybody, all of the OGs that I learned from, because I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have today if I was really just following one person, you know. And I won't say my dad ways, because his ways was also good, even though he wasn't there in my life, because it taught me what not to do.
Bell was run by mistake.
See, I think
Uh,
we uh see the brother mentioned a strong woman. You see, I think that's part of the problem. Okay, and what I mean by that is this: we need to be careful when we use the word strength and women or woman in the same sense. We need to define exactly what type of strength that is, because if we leave it out there like that, then it gets misconstrued into things like, well, she's as strong as a man, and she's not. She's as mentally strong as a man, and she's not. Okay,
Never.
right. So we have to define that what we mean by a strong woman. When we're talking about a strong woman, we're talking in the sense of motherhood or sisterhood. Okay,
Yes.
not in the pretense of being I'm sorry, a stand-in for a man. Okay, and I think that's where things is getting confused, and we got women running around here thinking that they can do whatever a man can do because they're so-called a strong black woman, and that's not the type of strength that is synonymous with them.
I can agree with that completely. We
Yeah.
lost our roles. We lost our roles over the years. It looked like back in the 60s, that's when we started losing our roles as men and women. Men
Right,
was always the providers and protectors of our community and our families. Women was the nurturers, and they led support with their
exactly.
man. For instance, when you look at a Coretta Scott King or Betty Shabazz, those are beautiful sisters and so strong to where they supported their men, and they was willing to allow those men to sacrifice so much, knowing that it's a possibility that they could die and leave them behind raising kids on their own. But they realized that it was something bigger than themselves. They didn't think selfishly, but they always provided support all the way till they dying breath. That's my definition of strength when it comes down to women.
And see,
And one thing I want to add
let me
is
say this real
that
quick,
I'm
Max.
sorry, but yeah.
Let me say this real quick,
Okay,
Max.
okay.
Um, just what you was just saying, Jaquel, is something that I think a lot of older people don't understand that the reason why y'all grew up different, so much different from us, is because what was important in society at that time. Right now, social media and bullshit is what's important in society. So that
Facts.
is that is why us as the youth follow that. The
Fact.
what was on the menu for you guys was revolutionary thinking, was love, was unity. That is what was pushed in society at your time. That was showed on television. Look at what's being showed now. Black love isn't being demonstrated in a bunch on television. Black people unifying is that's not the meal of the day no more in society. The meal of the day now is get on your phone, stay on your phone, die on your phone. And
Mm. Mm.
I think a lot of the elders don't understand that. If y'all understand that, then y'all will understand why the state of the youth is what it is. We didn't create
Mm.
we didn't create none of this stuff. We just participants. We didn't create it. I think a lot of the older generation don't understand that. And y'all need to stop pointing the fingers and try to understand what we dealing with and what's going on and why it is the way it is. Instead of just pointing the finger and saying, oh, look what they're doing, understand
Too late to
why
grow. Too
the behavior is what it
late
is.
to other age.
Big facts. Peace,
Yeah,
Grinch. Peace, Grinch.
yeah. What's up? What's up,
Hey,
Big Rich?
hey, what's going on?
Grinch,
Hey,
what's
Granted,
up?
what's happening, bolts?
What's going on?
Sleep. Hey,
My
you my
nigga.
age, huh?
Yeah, I'm 33, bro.
All right, so you only got a few years on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, just to chime in right quick, and I'll let y'all get back to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a peep game, I'm gonna listen and shit. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of niggas a lot of niggas who be on that like sleep said, nigga was like needs to be on some point finger shit, and that shit is the truth. And I feel like a lot of niggas gotta really understand that, especially if you not really like, because everybody's situations and circumstances is different. We all come from different backgrounds, different parts of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, but we all ADOS, you feel me? But the thing is, with the times, man, comes a change, and if you don't recognize that change, you feel me, then what you're saying ain't constructive. Like, I know I'm a nigga from College Park. I'm from CP. I'm from Southside Atlanta. And how I came up is a lot different than a lot of motherfuckers. I grew up in the system. You feel me? But that doesn't prevent me from hearing niggas who's older than me that came from the burbs, or hearing niggas who's younger than me who came from, the silver spoon. You feel me? It just depends on the amount of knowledge a nigga is willing to learn, and how a nigga is willing to humble himself. You feel me? Rather
There it
than
is.
this what generation you from shit. Cause I've had a lot of niggas tell me like, you know, you speaking some real shit or this and that. And these niggas 60 years old.
All right, but let me ask you, Grinch. What's up, baby? This is Muhammad is the one.
What's
All
happening?
right, all right. This question is specifically for you and for Sheep. Okay, and I want to point out something what you just said, Sheep. Now, with them changes coming in society today, do you think it was a case of either rejecting that change or going with the change, but yet foregoing whatever protections we had as a black family in order to give up for that change. You understand the question? You understand?
Yeah, yeah, I understand. And I'm gonna say this: it's deeper than that. It's
Okay.
deeper than that because you got to understand how society works and how the people who control society, how they make people move.
Right.
Policy is what determines how we live our life. So if we're the generation of crack babies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If the millennials are the crack babies or
Mm-hmm.
the offspring of crack babies,
Mm-hmm.
then just that alone, just understanding that alone will tell you why we behave the way we behave. And they've actually created the environment for that mentality to thrive.
Right.
Because
Right.
most of the crack babies grew up in where? In the ghettos. The
Right.
ghettos is something that was something constructed by the government. Black people
Right.
didn't create the ghetto. Black
Facts.
people didn't create the projects. We didn't create poverty living. We were
Right.
brought into poverty. We
Right.
was
I
put in the projects.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And a lot of
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know,
uh
y'all gotta understand things on a deeper level in order to understand why you see the behaviors.
Mhm.
Right.
This is
yeah,
something that
I
we did
wanna
not
All
create.
facts. All
We
facts.
didn't create that. Just like the mindset of a revolutionary that
Yes.
was promoted on TV in y'all era. That
Right.
was promoted on television.
Big facts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Who's being
yeah, I wanna
promoted? Whoever's being celebrated now is who the system promotes. Cardi B. So you wonder why she's being celebrated?
Perfect. I
Because she's
swear to
being
God, I was just
promoted.
finna say that. I was just finna say that. Good point, she.
yeah,
Keep going,
I
bro.
wanna
Keep going, sheep. Keep going, sheep.
No, I'm good. Go ahead, Max. I'm listening.
yeah, my brother, this is no knock on you, but I think that that kind of thinking is something that we have to get away from. I think that's very detrimental to us. Let me tell you why. For one, man, there's no such thing as a ghetto, man. A ghetto is a state of mind. You know, where you live in your environment, it all depends on your mentality, man. If you have a fucked up mentality, then your environment that that surrounds you, you're gonna fuck it up. You can give me 50 people who have a mentality of taking care of where they live and put them in a so-called ghetto and come back in 5 years and that ghetto will be a paradise. And you can take the opposite people and put them in a so-called good neighborhood and come back and that neighborhood will be fucked up.
Hey, I
You
want
know,
to answer
so
that.
so
I want to rebuttal that when you done, boats.
okay, yeah, right. And be fucked up. Now, as far as the crack baby and stuff like that, I don't particularly use that terminology because it suggests that to me it suggests that we don't want to straighten ourselves out. Okay, tragedy happens everywhere in this world. I'm ex-military. I've seen tragedy in all kinds of forms. But people who suffer great tragedies, I've also seen them not allow those tragedies to shape who they're going to be. And I think that that's what we're doing. I hear a lot of arguments about they did this to us, they did that to us. Yes, they did. But what are we going to do to correct the situation for ourselves? That's the type of mentality I think we need to have going forward.
All right, well let me rebuttal that then, boats.
Go for it, bro.
And
This is what
may
y'all.
I piggyback
This,
off of what the Grinch is saying too as well. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's
I
all
want
good.
to piggyback off of what you were about to say. Go ahead, bro.
All right, so what we have to realize is our reality, right? You say that there's no such thing as a ghetto, and
No, it's not.
you gotta keep in mind. I'm a veteran too. I've seen hoods all over the world just like you. But the thing is, and I've seen disparage people's poverty. I've seen all that shit. But the thing is, you gotta understand. I feel like you're underestimating the effect of poverty and how poverty will make people have the mindset that you see replicated in the black community. For example, if you got 50, because you got to be real with this shit, because you got to understand human nature. You said if you get 50 people and you put them in a project, right? And you could come if they all got the right mindset, then you come back 5 years later to paradise. You said something to the effect of that.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, you have to understand, and this is why it's so important to understand what the white supremacist power structure does and how it affects black folks. The thing is, the only reason why anybody would be in government subsidized housing, the only reason why anybody would be in a project is if they're low income. And it doesn't matter what ethnicity or
Hold on,
background
Chris.
you
Good, good,
have.
good, 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 Chris. I didn't say
Hold
project. I
on.
said ghetto, not
But
project.
okay, so but
Okay.
this is the same. This is the same difference. It's hand in hand. When people think ghetto project, these are things of the same element. It's low
Got you.
income. It's low income areas that are the primarily the occupants are minorities, right? Primarily
Right.
black people. So the thing is, if you have a ghetto, the whole premise of a ghetto is it is a low income area, knowing that the United States cost of living is extremely high, especially compared to other countries that I know you've been to, I've been to, is extremely high. So the thing is, when you have to understand, when you have people in poverty, no matter what people they are, you will see the fuckery. You will see killings, murders, robberies, kidnappings, rapes. You will see this type of shit more often. And it's because it's a desperate situation. Because if you know anything about human nature, desperate people do desperate things. And anybody who's in a ghetto or in a project, by default, even if they're trying to do something better with themselves, are in a desperate situation.
Okay. Before you go anything, before you say anything, welcome
Good point,
D
Grinch.
Red. Yeah, yeah. Welcome D
No
Red.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah,
Salute
welcome.
D Red. Salute
Yeah,
D Red.
say something, D Red. Welcome. We heard you in a long time. Welcome, brother.
Oh man, shit, what
Welcome
it
D
do,
Red in
man?
the building.
What up, what
What's
up?
going down, man?
What's
What's
up,
going
bro?
down,
What's up?
yo?
What's up? What's
Ah,
up?
shit, too late, man. Just got out of work, sitting outside looking at these, making sure these niggas don't get out here and start fighting. Sitting on the porch, but uh, yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with what the brother said about the hood. Like to me, I agree with the brother when the brother said. First, I want to preface DS1, bro. You got your potential, nigga. Your potential is you got some hella boy. You could you a monster. You gonna be a monster. There's very few motherfuckers that have me like that teach me shit about shit I already know. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give DS1 this props on that shit, man.
Appreciate you,
Your thing
big
on
dog.
your shit breakdown the Deacons for the Fence and all that Black Power series. Yeah, you had me digging in the crates, nigga. I was like, hold on, I missed that. How the fuck I don't talk about that? You know what I'm saying? When I
Appreciate you,
bring this shit
big
up.
dog.
So yeah, I had to give him that. And out of the darkness, we need more of the jazz, man. I've been looking for the jazz, man. Me and my kids had jazz night, so I need some more of the jazz shit.
Yo, I got yo, man. Y'all be hitting it. Yo, you be missing, man. I be pulling it out, man. But I got some.
When you live a lot of the time, like when you live, I ain't gonna lie, I've been fucked off lately. So I fucked my leg up, so I've been fucked off.
Yeah,
So I ain't really been listening. I ain't really been
yeah.
listening to nobody if it's unless it's in the daytime. Because I've been off in the day and I be sleeping at night. So
Oh,
you
okay.
know what I'm saying. So yeah, I've been fucked. My sleep pattern been fucked up.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to knock out two in the daytime tomorrow. Watch out for it. And
All
one
right,
of
that'll
them,
work.
yeah, and one of them, I might have a panel discussion. And I'm talking about.
Oh shit, you do that. I might do that. I got an interview with Shug tomorrow, so I'm going I'm gonna see what's up with that. But yeah, nigga, I'm gonna definitely check the jazz shit out. Man, I fuck with. Cause even if I don't catch it live, I always go back and check it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, me and my kid, I'm trying to make it fun about teaching them about all forms that we created. So I use you as a reference. So man, shout out to you for that shit, man. That's unique. Ain't nobody on YouTube doing it, man. So yeah, that's live, man.
And also, let me before we continue. Now, what D Red was talking about, he talking about part of my channel. I do underrated music talk. I wrote I read about the history of R&B, history of jazz, history of blues. I'm gonna do history of R&B, and also I'm thinking about doing the history of Latin jazz and the late great Tito Fuentes. So I got some stuff coming, and so brothers, I'm looking for y'all to join this wherever I'm picking the panel, and I'm letting you know right now, I am hand picking it. It's gonna be some serious. There's gonna be some sisters here too. Well, watch out for it and everything. Somebody was asking the question. Keep it going.
I know. I mean, as far as the ghetto, man, to me, I think the hood can be, and I agree with the first brother that said the hood can be whatever we choose to make it. But the people who have got the access to the jobs, the small businesses or what have you, we got to make the concerted effort not to leave and to put the same effort into the community that these crackers that move into our communities put into it. You see what I'm saying? I see how third world, fourth world area is called Freedom Town. You said one of the oldest settlements this side of the Mississippi, and they've completely gentrified the fourth ward side, and they're trying to gentrify third ward. And with homeboy start the Trill Initiative, which is trying to fight the gentrification in the community and encourage the people that are behind on their taxes or mortgages to sell their homes to black buyers. Now, with that being said, we gotta we can on my block. I'm on the block right now. It's quiet. I'm sitting up. I gotta say, what kind of in my car? 'Cause standing up, that shit hurt. So hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna turn my camera on and reverse it and show you what I'm talking about. And this nigga's outside on the block. This motherfucker's outside on the block right now. But it's quiet. You know why? Because we changed it into. I'm trying to. How the fuck do I get this damn camera to work? It's not working.
No, we got you. We see.
Yeah, y'all see it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, okay. Well, you see these motherfuckers outside, motherfuckers in their car. There's million streets, motherfuckers walking around, and motherfuckers. But it's quiet. Do you hear how quiet it is? But it used to be jumping. And my point is, it used to be jumping. Like you used to, one house on the corner used to be a crack house. The other house used to be a motherfucking heroin house. Another motherfucking house used to be a weed and drink house. It used to be It used to be pumping. But we got the random niggas about here telling me, you gonna sell your shit, sell that shit somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? And then we got to the point where now it's quiet. Motherfucker can sit outside, chill, talk shit, laugh. Ain't got to worry about no gunshots. You don't even hear no loud music. We got to the point where we got niggas to respect the old people and like, nigga, you don't even too much hear no loud music unless a nigga ride through. But as far as just sitting on the block, loud music, we don't do none of that shit no more. So
Right.
we can transform our community into whatever we want to transform it into, but the people who care and love our people got to put forth the effort to do it. So I just wanted to add that in there, man. Good show, man.
I
Let
just
me
gotta.
let
I
me
got
let
one
me
thing to
kind of
add
pick it.
onto
Go
that
ahead,
though.
Grant. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Grant.
Um, in my opinion, right, the ghetto is not the ghetto. I mean, loud music, crack houses and the works. That's all symptoms of the underlying issue. My thing is, there are hoods that don't got none of that shit going on, but they hoods though. You feel me? And the thing is, the what is the difference between, like, you got to ask yourself this: what does it take for gentrification to even work? For you to What does it take? Why does gentrification even work? How is it even able to happen? Right? It's able to happen because the property values are low, right? But at the same time, when white people move in there, the property value increases. It not only increases because of their white status, it increases because they have more income. They're sitting on generational wealth. So when I when I see the ghetto, like yeah, is all that shit usually going on? Yeah, and you know, can black people tone it down? Yeah, but the underlying problem of why it will always be a ghetto and why it will always be some fuck shit going on, whether it be in, you know what I'm saying, real heavy or real lightweight, is just the fact that it's the income, and that's the thing that goes about it with poverty. Crime and poverty are directly correlated. It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with anything else. It has to do with opportunity and lack of resources. And so when I see a community, you know what I'm saying, where black people police each other despite the low income, you know, despite the financial circumstance, that's a great thing. But at the end of the day, that shit is still a hood, and that shit could still get gentrified just like any other motherfucking place, simply because motherfuckers lack the income, they lack the resources to do anything better with the community. Because people, and this is my thing with boats, with what boats said, people could have the best intentions. You'll have 1,000 broke niggas get together and make a colony and shit. The thing is, if they stay broke, that shit is doomed forever, and there's no way around it, because just like how you build a building, you need raw materials, you need steel, concrete, wiring, electric, you need a lot of shit to do that shit. And the thing is, saying that any niggas without money could make a community better is like saying you could build a house without lumber.
But I think that's why I said that the first thing I preface is the people who have the ability cannot leave. See, what happens is we think we'll see our community as destitute or not a destination. But I belong to, you can look it up. It's called Lifestyles Unlimited. I belong to the think tank that's gentrifying our community. And I did that so I could understand what their processes is, how they're assessing the real estate value in the community, which communities are they strategizing for first, which ones are they putting the hardest push on. Anyway, but the point I'm making is that's the reason why we have got to start encouraging brothers that work for UPS. I'm just throwing something out there. The brother that worked for UPS or worked for FedEx, he can't leave the hood. You got to get him to stay and buy in the hood. And so, like the brother said, the money, the people who have access to funds can stay in the hood, and those people are more responsible and take more of the reins. And we need to find ways. We find ways to circumvent the whole aspect of the bank, because we even we using hustlers, we using street dudes, we using everybody, because it's gonna take everybody. It's gonna take the hustler that may have the money to buy the corner stores. That's what we use to try to get corner stores and buy houses and sell the houses, rent them out. Well, we prefer at least lease to purchase thing, but if they got to rent them out, they do it because we understand that the brothers got to make their money and whatever. But we trying to get people to, like he said, the degenerates that, because it's a direct correlation between crime and poverty and lack of businesses, black businesses and poverty. Because if the only businesses that are in your community are owned by somebody else, then they're taking the money that you give them and they're not circulating within the community. So we got to change all of that, and we got to do it by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? As Dr. Claude Anderson said, we on the verge of being a permanent underclass if we don't find some kind of ways to start being more solution oriented. So I encourage them to start trying to find the solutions. You see what I'm saying?
No,
And in
no,
their
I
particular
agree.
respective area. So you know what I'm saying? Because and if there's anything I can do to help, man, I'm down to help. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get it together at this
All right,
particular point.
I got one more
May I
thing to
See my
add
interject?
on.
problem. See my
Real
May
real
I
problem
quick.
is
I
interject
got
real
I
quick?
got one quick thing. I got one quick
Hold,
thing to add on to what the
let him
brother
go. Let
just
him go. Let
said,
him go.
because I agree with what he just said. but this is just how I view it, right? I agree with everything you just said, but I feel like, and this is an opinion, right? What you mentioned, Dr. Claude Anderson. Now, one of the major things Dr. Claude Anderson talks about is the fact that we don't have industry, right? We as a people don't have any industry, which means we haven't quartered anything on the market, agriculture, anything, right? And but this make this the fact that we lack industry means that we have no incentives. So we have nothing to give people for fucking with us other than the fact that they're doing something better for the whole, right? And we're saying this while people have we're saying this while people have nothing right now, right? I can't count how many times I've heard somebody say, "Oh, well, that shit don't get me shit today." Like people is, that's how black people think, to be honest. But the thing is, when it comes down to it, the fact that we don't have industry, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the step that precursors that is organization, right? We have no organization. We don't vote in the same way. We're just now getting around to the point where with this hashtag ADOS movement to where we're all, and I feel like the only reason why it's low key working is because the qualifications are so low. Be black and be breathing. That's the qualifications for hashtag ADOS. So everybody's falling in line. A lot of people are falling in line, and even still, we have a lot of detractors. But what I'm trying to say is, while I agree with you, I feel like a lot of the times black people put the cart before the horse, and we have to understand what should we. I feel like it's three things we have to understand. We have to understand human nature for one, how people are going to operate on the individual level to survive, because that's a biological imperative. Number two, is the fact that we don't have any industry in this country. So not only do we have nothing to give people to fuck with us, we have no incentive for them to fuck with us, but we also have nothing to take away from people, right? So we don't have any consequences to issue out. That's number two. Now, number three, when it comes down to like buying the houses and shit that you said, or buying the businesses that you said, it's some brothers that do this shit. But without organization, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's just done on an individual level, while every individual, I understand every individual affects the whole. But at the same time, you have to understand that if you don't have an agenda, if you don't have, and I'm not saying everybody has to be on the same plan. I'm just saying the majority of folks, or enough to make a difference to eventually convert the majority of folks to start getting on the same program. And what I'm saying is that's the black people's dilemma. That's what we don't have. We have nothing to give. We have nothing to take away. We have no organization, and we have no money. So because of all these things, this is how we get the shit Boats was talking about, which is the ghettos and that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel about if how good hearted a nigga is. Put a good hearted nigga in a life or death situation and see how he act. You feel me? And that's where we're at as black
Well,
people.
I would
Okay,
think that I would think I would chime in just brief, right, brief. I would argue.
Bro, you kind of muffled. He's kind of muffled.
Can
no,
you
no,
hear
but
me?
hold that thought, because I want to keep it up defense in, and the junior elder in and Chief Stacy, because they have not said anything yet. I want y'all to get into the conversation, please, and then the rest of your follow up. Thank you.
Okay, well, I had a quick question for the Grinch. This is Deacons of Defense.
What's
I've
going on?
seen, yeah, hey man, I've seen you and I've seen Maximum and Red on other panels. So I've heard brother speak, and I got a quick question for you, Grinch. How old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Okay, so you being 28, what are brothers your age? When you're talking to a brother in your age group, what do you guys talk about? Is it because I heard you you talk about scrags, so I guess you're referring to women or certain types of women when you make that statement. But what do you brothers talk about when you guys are in your groups or whatever? Is it about Is it about family? Is it about money? Is it about women? Social issues. What do you guys talk about?
Well, I'll say it's like this. I have my people that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? Very small circle of folks. And most of the time, we talk about business. We talk about getting money. You know what I'm saying? Through multiple means, right? And other than that, like when we congregate, when I congregate with people my age, I'm just going to take everybody from 18 all the way up to 29, right? When I talk to people in this age bracket, they're not concerned. For the most part, they're not concerned. It's not an intellectual discussion about how the fuck are we going to progress. Nobody's even talking about progress for the most part. That's the average black youngster. If you do find somebody who does fuck with it, like they're more what I'm finding is that people in this age category are more in their feelings than facts. And they haven't did like they might say some things they've repeated, but they haven't really did any, or they've heard. They might repeat some things that they heard, but they haven't really did any. They haven't really paid attention because right now it's just about fun. They're just doing what the fuck they want to do. To be honest, I got a lot of military niggas. These niggas don't give a fuck. Like, no, like the thing is, if your personal situation, if you're comfortable, I'm more likely to find a nigga who's a broke nigga who will be more interested in the topics that we talk about than a nigga who is good. Like a military nigga who got a steady first and 15th paycheck, got that basic allowance for housing and basic allowance for subsistence and etc. Those niggas, the niggas who are good, it's particularly with like the women, right? They don't care about these type of issues, and if they do talk about these issues, it's always from an uneducated, unresearched, emotional, standpoint. That's just the truth. How I see it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, brother, for that answer. I just want to hear your point on that.
What
Yeah.
you?
Anybody
I,
else
I
wanted
didn't
to go
catch. I
before
didn't
I
catch the
do?
last name. What you say? What's the last name?
No, I was just saying thanks for answering the question.
Yeah, no
I just
doubt.
want to
Oh,
hear,
and
I just want to hear your point
real
of
quick,
view.
real quick before we
One at
move
a
on.
time.
Real,
Whoa, one at a
wait,
time.
real, real,
One
real
at a
quick before we move on, right? Hey, you said something about strags, right?
Right.
Why did you mention that?
Because I've heard you on other panels, and I've heard you use that term. When it, and I'm guessing you're referring to a certain type of woman. And so I was just wondering, what type of woman would you consider a scrag, if I'm pronouncing it correctly?
No, no, that's how you say it, strag. A
No,
strag is
it's
all
no
a
disrespect
strag
or
is
anything
a
like that.
ratchet. All a strag is a ratchet that has that's doubled down in her decisions and her fuckery to the point where there's no coming out. So anywhere where she goes, any nigga who deals with her is taking a loss. That's what a strag is. It's just a ratchet who's doubled down on her life decisions to the point where she can't escape, she can't remedy, she can't fix the shit because she's either too old or she's did too much shit too soon. That's all that is.
Okay. All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got two things I want to talk about. But I'm going to talk about it one at a time first because I want to see what everybody's reaction is to each of them. Let's talk about uh, businesses. I heard you guys talk about. I heard the other brother talking about businesses in the ghetto and things like that. You see, I don't see our situation, our physical situation, so much as the rest of you. I think our biggest problem is the way that we've been mentally conditioned. Like I've heard people say that we don't have businesses in our neighborhood, black businesses. We got plenty of black businesses in the neighborhood. Problem is that you've been conditioned not to recognize them. You have a you've been conditioned to accept a white business model. So if you don't see that white business model, you don't recognize any other businesses that don't follow those guidelines. I can go in each and one of y'all neighborhoods right now and pick you out 10, 20 black businesses that you don't even pay any attention to, or you've seen them or don't take them seriously. Okay.
Facts.
So It's our condition more than our physical situation. Now, we spoke about industry, right? Well, one of the reasons why we don't have industry is because we don't have the skills to build any industry. We're running around here trying to get forklift certifications. You're not going to build industry with a forklift certification. Okay, you need real industry skills such as carpentry, welding, brick masonry, architecture, electrician. These are the things that build industry. Okay, we need to acquire those skills if we're going to create industry. It's not that we don't have industry; it's that we're not interested in acquiring the skills that we need to build industry.
Okay.
So, what do you guys have to say about that?
Anybody can hit it.
All right,
I
well, I'll
mean,
go real quick because I'll be short. Just on the last point that you said, Bose, you said it's not that we don't have industry, we're not acquiring the skills to build industry.
Yes.
The thing is that is the you just that's the same thing, bruh. I'm looking at the result. And what the result is either way, whether niggas had the skills, let's just say niggas had the skills to do it now. We still don't have industry. And with industry, what a lot of niggas have to understand is it takes money. Now, there are certain groups of black folks that do have access to the type of money to start that. But because of the rugged individual mindset of the average black American, they're not finna break the bank for that. They rather give their fucking money to charity for a pat on the back, give it to white charity for a pat on the back and a fucking plaque. That's just the reality. So, but the thing is, on some real shit, I get what you're saying. On the other hand, where niggas don't have industry, or because we don't have the skill set. But I mean, there's the thing is like everybody's been saying, man. Dr. Claude Anderson has been talking about how we could go about this, and nobody has did that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody has did nothing. You feel me? And that's why we're balls against the wall right now. If you read the Road to Zero Wealth report, that's why the average black family is on the way to the average black family is on the way to being worth $0 by the year 2053 or sooner. So that's 30 years. You feel me? This is crunch time.
Yeah. And also bring one point out too that I heard this. I forgot to bring this up. Beginning of the end of last year, I was watching TV, and one of the brothers that he was in economic, I forgot his name, but I know he was working with Dr. Claude Anderson, and he said that, especially us as black men, that if we do not produce businesses by 2038, and that's my mother would be a hope she live to see 100. We ain't gonna have no value in our family in Social Security. And I'm telling you like this, for me, as being 53, that's scary. And so my thing is this, that I want to adopt anything. I mean, I want to adopt to wherever it is to impact our community. But us as brothers, until we get more serious and talk about capital, and to understand that it's got to trigger down to me, whatever conversation is, because it's going to be certain brothers going to have. If it doesn't trigger down, it doesn't mean shit to me. And that is a scare. When he said that, I had to actually like, whoa. And so I'm just throwing it out there to say that y'all keep on going. And I'm going to eat. I'm hungry.
But yeah, yeah, and to go back to what the Grinch was saying, I agree, Grinch. That goes to what you were saying about organization. You see, we don't have any organization, and one of the reasons why I believe we don't is because black people are no longer militant. When we were militant, we got things done. It was easy for us to unify because we had a military mentality. We have to get back to that. We have to become militant again. We have to
I
have a
mean,
uniform way of thinking.
look, this is how I think about that shit, right? When you see the brothers in Chicago, Atlanta, LA, Miami, look, niggas is militant as fuck. They just don't have everybody's flying under different flags. You understand? And that's the problem. The difference is between now and the black is beautiful and the black awakening and shit. The difference between then and now is the fact that the message was different. The goal was different. So it's not that niggas don't have. It's not that niggas ain't strapped. It's not that niggas ain't ready to. Niggas put their life on the line for dumb shit every day. I've witnessed this shit. But at the same time, it's not the same message. And look, and I have to agree with your point on the mind being like, just to quote or just to paraphrase from the destruction of black civilization. That Chancellor Williams joint, right? And that near the end of the book, he's talking about the things that are going to have to occur in order for us to evolve and in order for us to overcome. And the first thing on the list is liberation of the mind. I think the actual section in the book is called Liberation of the Mind. So when you read that's the biggest initial battle, and that's where I feel like we're stuck on right now. And honestly, but the thing is, I don't see progress because look, niggas figured out a way to where niggas could sign up and not know shit, but get to know shit, right? Because look, what I've learned about black people is at least the niggas nowadays, these niggas ain't really with no shit that take work. We're in the age of technology where everything is at the push of a button. Like I start my fucking Beamer by pushing a fucking button. You don't even got keys no more. Like the thing is, with everything being this fucking easy, you gotta understand the mindset of a motherfucker who has everything at the tip of the fingertips, the internet, all this shit. So the thing is, man, when it comes to this hashtag 8OS shit, this is why I feel like this is the beginning of this. This ain't the end all be all, but this is the beginning of getting everybody on the same accord because black people found something where the premise is true and the requirements are low. All you have to do is be a descendant of, American descendant of slaves and be breathing. You know what I'm saying? The information, and everybody keep talking about reparations. But how I see this shit is, look, that I don't believe ADOS will ever get. I don't believe hashtag ADOS will be the thing that gets us reparations or closes the racial generational wealth gap. But what I do think is when, just like in history has shown us, every time niggas get told no too much or niggas get too much shit, niggas buck. And I feel like, that they buck on a few, fronts politically. You know what I'm saying? Niggas with the action. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the beginning of something because we finally found something. You feel me? We finally found something that's been promoted mainstream. You just seen Bernie Sanders dance around like a fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? Over a fucking hashtag 8OS question. So the thing is, all I'm saying is when you look at this shit, the problem is organization. And the problem is niggas don't have a flag, a solidified flag to fly under. Because you look at all these Damus and, Kings and whoever the fuck out here. Look, it's a bunch of brothers, you know what I'm saying, across the diaspora that represent their own selves and their individual right or represent where they live at. But the thing is, the challenge is finding a message that is going to resonate with the entire, or at least with the majority of folks. And I feel like this is the beginning.
You know what? I want to piggyback off of that, and I agree with the Grinch 100% on that. Definitely with the organization. I want to say this too, man. It's not hard. I know this may sound crazy to some of you, right? But it's not hard to get out of our situation. The problem is
It's not.
we're all over the place. Like Grinch said, we're under too many flags,
It's
too many
just no
factions.
unity.
But
No,
can I can I
we're
can I
everywhere.
add to that right quick? Can I add to that
Yeah.
right quick? I just want to say it's not hard. It's not even hard even with people under different flags. It's not hard. I can say it's not hard because where I'm at, we doing it. You see what I'm saying? And it's not no one organization. It's not even really a cohesive nothing. Some brothers are smart enough to get incorporated or get their LLCs or get nonprofit status or whatever they trying to or however they organize their situation. But other brothers just create a slogan and they just moving. See, the issue is what's happening with this situation with as far as online. It's too many people online that are not getting active in the community. They ain't putting their boots on the ground and getting stuff done and where they lay their head at. That's why I always tell people if the people are irrelevant, where they lay their head at, they should be irrelevant to us. We got to get to the point where it's about the work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's why I like what Q Butter when Q Butter you always say, "Watch me work." You see what I'm saying? It got to be about the work. Right now, it done got to the point. It's just about sound and intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Or sound and smart. Or it's not, but it's that's not enough at this particular point.
Yeah.
That has gotten us nowhere the past 60 years since we've been talking about all this intellectual shit. But when you look at a person like Garvey, who may not have had the philosophical, not gonna say philosophical, but he may not have had the intellectual uh access that we have to where we can just look up shit and just know shit and but he was able to get he was able to work. You look at a Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, you see see his work. You look at the Deacons for Defense of Robert F. Williams and all these people that DS want to talk about on this Black Power series. You know what I'm saying? All those people they put in the work, and so we've got to the point now where we don't want to put in no work and then expect some shit to happen. And so I can
Well,
see, I can speak from experience where I've dealt with project kids. Because I live in the hood, jailhouse apartments right around the corner. So
Right.
so I can tell people from experience that if you get out, if you build it, people will come because people are sick of the same shit you sick of. All you gotta do is find enough people that's sick of the same shit you sick of and link up with them, and y'all create the change.
well,
That's all it takes.
wait, real quick though, real quick, and this is what I want because I get what he's saying. He's not incorrect, but what I do want to emphasize is the number one thing that is plaguing people is the fact that people have bought into the bullshit. So look, a brother who was just talking, you know about Huey Newton, right?
Yep.
So this nigga couldn't even read at one point. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Do you hear what I mean?
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
All right, so he couldn't read, but he took it upon himself to teach himself as a young adult to teach himself how to read because he knew that shit was important. He knew that knowledge, just like everybody, every revolutionary, everybody knows. Any when you go to the military, intelligence is a key thing. Why is it so key to winning battles and turning the tides of war? It's key because knowledge is the beginning of power. Now, I'm not saying knowledge is power. I mean, you could have knowledge over a motherfucker and not act on shit. And I feel like that's where you're coming from. Niggas is not putting their money where their mouth is. Niggas is not active in the community, and I get that. But the thing is, the number one thing before we achieve liberation is the liberation of the mind. You have to understand not only your circumstances, but yourself and your enemy. And once you understand those three things, then you can begin to make moves that's going to be effective. Because look, anybody can run out into the street. And I had a similar conversation with a young brother and he was telling me, niggas are cowards because niggas ain't out here popping white folks and on some rah rah shit, right? And look, I'm not going to be the nigga who says violence isn't the catalyst for change or action isn't the catalyst for change because it is. That's how all change occurs. But any action that's taken without the proper intel is more than likely to fail. And this has been proven over all the wars of the world. So when I emphasize and when I drop book names and shit, and I'm not saying he was directing this shit at me, but I'm saying it's not about sounding smart. And I get what you mean when you say about that shit, right? But the thing is, if you downplay intelligence, you are compromising your position. That's military strategy 101. So what I'm saying is, along with what you said, the action is necessary. It's not just about reading books. It's not just about doing the research. It's just not about looking shit up. That's a part of it. But the thing is to have a successful operation to achieve liberation, you have to incorporate all the facets that warfare includes, which is knowing your enemy, which is analyzing your terrain, which is taking action. You feel me? It's about being
But
strategic and it's about being smart.
Yeah,
I think what you're not understanding is though, you're not gonna learn your terrain sitting your ass on the internet. You ain't gonna learn nothing about your whole environment sitting on the internet. You're not gonna find out who that you can meet with to help strategize with sitting on it. See, that's the whole thing. When you're talking about intelligence, I've studied Hannibal, I've studied Genghis Khan, I've studied war. You see what I'm saying? I've studied. That's what I do. I mean, so. But what I'm saying is, this is enough of that. At this particular point, niggas is informationary, not revolutionary. You see what I'm saying? At this particular point, you got a brother that represents the Deacons for the Fence. You said when you study those brothers, they came together and they saw a need and they filled a need. See, once we understand feeling the need, because once you start taking care of your community, you don't have to. It ain't about going out there with no guns, acting rah, acting crazy. It's about taking care of the needs of your people. That's what the Panthers was doing when they was creating clinics and when they was doing a breakfast program. They was taking care of the needs of your people. See, once you start doing that, that's what it's about. It's not about you. It don't take you to know how to read the fucking Metuneta to do that. You
But
see what I'm saying?
but no, no,
It takes the heart to go out there and do it.
no. I agree with what you're
Some of the
saying.
people that are like Coach Houston, the dude that brought me into even doing work in the community. Coach Houston ain't the dude that you can sit up there and say is the most articulate or intellectual brother out there, but you cannot deny Coach Houston's effect on the community. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but look.
So I see brothers that may not be as well read as some of the brothers on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And know all the stuff that these brothers may know. But I've seen those very same people, you know what I'm saying, affect more change in the everyday lives of the people that people where they lay their head at than the people that claim to know all this stuff that can't say the same.
Okay,
So
and look, my nigga, look. Let me stop you right there. I look. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But the thing is, when you mention the Black Panther example,
I'll be right
you know
back.
what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but you have to recognize even Huey understood. He said, even though he had already accomplished quite a great deal, he still took it upon, and this is without him being able to be able to read past a third grade level. Like he still was on some shit where it was like, okay, I understand the importance of educating myself, and what how I feel like you're taking what I'm saying is that everybody has to be a scholar. And look, I understand the community. I'm from College Park, man. My people, I got people from Detroit, people from DC, people in LA, people in Dago. Like, look, I know what you mean. Not everybody is going to be a nigga who reads, and not everybody is going to be a nigga who does that. But that doesn't mean they can't play an active role or an effective role in revolution. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the more people who are educated, and this goes for any circumstance, for anything, the more people you have riding for you towards the same cause who understand the end goal, that is what you want. And I'm not look, I've been in the military, right? There's when people get intelligence, not everybody knows everything. There's some people who don't need to know. Some people you just tell them like, look, you be here at this time, you run this route, you drop this off, you stand this century, whatever the fuck the task might be. And they might not know the overall goal, depending on the importance of the mission. And that's fine because as long as they play their role, You know, there's other people who have did the work, who do know the terrain, who do have the intelligence, and they're able to shot call. But what I'm saying is, when we're dealing with ADOS, right, American Descendants of Slaves, we're dealing with a group of people that has no leaders. We have no elected leaders. We have representatives. We have people that we go to that are held in high esteem, but we have no elected representatives. We have no, or not elected representatives. We have no leaders, right? We have no one leader or no shit. So, what is the best bet when you don't have a central point of guidance? The best bet is to have your soldiers know, have everybody possible that can understand, to tell them, to inform them that this is the mission. This is why we're doing this. Because the thing is, when you don't have a selected leader or an elected leader, you need people on the ground who understand what the end goal is. No matter how they get there, by whatever means, it'll low key. This is what petty officers are for in the Navy. In the Navy, a lot of the times, especially motherfuckers who go IA and shit, these motherfuckers don't have a super high rank. They don't really know what the fuck is going on. You know, as far as like, you know, or they don't call the shots. You feel me? For a whole group of people. But the thing is, they do know what is going on, so they're able to accomplish the mission accordingly. And that's all I'm saying. Since we have no elected leaders, it is important. We cannot downplay intelligence. We cannot downplay educating ourselves because, like I said, well, like when the brother asked me, who am I? When I talk to people ages 18 to 29, what do I hear? I hear a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I hear niggas who don't understand anything that's going on. I hear motherfuckers who couldn't, like, yo, you couldn't, if these motherfuckers, these motherfuckers can't see 2 feet in front of them. You feel me? And a lot of them, the majority, are not even trying to see. They're walking through the world blind. So what is the best way to remedy this? You have to, and look, and this is just to end my point. You have to go to war. You know, and I'll quote Cerulean Gray on this shit. You go to war with the motherfuckers you got, not the motherfuckers you wish you had. So with that being said, the motherfuckers that you have, you want them to be the most prepared. And what's the most prepared that you can do for them before they hit the action? Don't put the cart before the horse. Educate niggas so that they don't go out here and do stupid shit. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, but I want to say one thing, D Red. Like for me, I not just get on the internet. I do be in the streets. I do be interact with our community. But this is the things about adopt. We have to learn to adopt with the times. Sometimes we get so stuck on, not saying you, but I'm just saying sometimes we get stuck on, oh, we need to do it this way, we need to do it that way. My thing is to do whatever I can to adopt with the times to help our people. So if I'm saying like this, I can be on here to impact our people, but at the same time, I can go on the streets and do it too because I'm like that. I could do that. And I've been doing this for a long time. I don't talk about it because I understand the code out here. So I understand certain things. There's certain things you cannot let everybody do because the way how things is. So we have to learn to do things in the underground, but at the same time, we could be multi. We could do that. See, back then it wasn't highly no technology because that's all we know. We all know about that part of activists and everything. But right now, we could use technology part of our activism. Now, I'm not saying let it be the best of us, but we could be multi. So I'm going to take on, I want to be multi. So what it is what it is. But we have to understand the times that we got to learn to adopt. And I'm talking about my generation. Because if we not willing to adopt, what could DS could say? They could say, well, you ain't doing this. What the Grits could say, or what the, whatever it is. There's a brother here, a deacon up to his uncle started in Louisiana. Am I right, my brother?
You're 100% correct.
All right, thank you. We can go learn from him, and he's on the internet. We could learn from him, and we could turn that. We could bounce these other information. We could put it on the internet because there are some people who do not want to be in the street, so they want to be on the internet. So we could be multi. I don't see nothing wrong to be multi. Why we gotta be damn near minded instead of have a broader mindset? We could be both. I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's all about reaching our people, right? So if we're gonna reach our people, we gotta learn to adopt with the times, just as our ancestors had did in the past. Knowledge in my book, long as it's constructive. That's the way I look at it. Now I'm throwing it back at y'all, and I'm gonna keep on eating.
No, I agree with what the brother said. You feel
Yeah,
me?
no,
But that's what you have to real quick, boats. That's what I'm saying. We have no central point. We are a loose people. We have no ranks. We have no structure within our people. We have no organization. We have a whole bunch of different organizations that claim to represent us, and that's what I'm saying. You have to understand what type of war you're fighting. You're fighting a war where, like Homeboy said, motherfuckers is out there in the street doing the work, doing the business. You feel me? And if you want some shit like that, you feel me? Where you're taking action, then the best way, which is how this shit is going to be won, the best way, the most effective way is to have your people know what the fuck is going on. Have your people educated as far as they can take themselves. Have your people have, and I don't mean go to college or none of that shit, because you're not going to learn none of this shit in college. I'm talking about understanding the struggle, understanding your enemy, understanding your people, and understanding your circumstances and your terrain. And if you understand that shit, the niggas who are out there doing that is invaluable intelligence to them. It's invaluable because not only do they already have the balls to go and do the shit which they're doing, but now they have the knowledge to move in the most efficient and effective manner. And that's what I'm trying to tell you niggas. Don't put the cart before the horse. Sure, it's a bunch of niggas out here and they're doing good, but I guarantee you they get the right intel, they'll be able to be twice as effective with half the effort.
I agree on that.
And I want to agree with what the Grinch said about, intelligence. We can't definitely downplay intelligence. Are there some loudmouth Negroes on YouTube who think they're smarter than everyone else? Yes, but there's also a ton of brothers and sisters on social media who are using it to educate themselves. Now, as far as technology, I think we have a golden opportunity. Technology is at our fingertips. We need to start learning how to use it to advance ourselves rather than shunning it and looking at other people developing it and buying it and purchasing it from foreigners when we can do these things ourselves. I think we need to start getting into doing things for ourselves rather than allowing people to do all of these things and wait for handouts or sit around wondering why we haven't done anything, wondering why we don't have any infrastructure. We don't have anything because we don't have the mindset to go out there and do something to acquire something.
And I think we gotta. I think, like I said, I think we gotta start looking at our people the way white folks look at their people. What do I mean by that? Do you realize every household cracker white name? Every one of them, from the Vanderbilts to the Carnegies to the Rockefellers to the Morgans to the all these people that they got their money selling opium. Every last one of them. You see what I'm saying? So what we've been doing is showing a lot of the dudes that's in our community that's doing stuff they ain't got no business doing, but have the capital. That's how we've been able to buy a lot of houses and put people in houses and stuff. We taught them dudes how to take their money and show them how to a way out of destroying the community, be a part of the solution, still make money, and still do what they wanted to live the type of life they want to live, but
See,
do it in a legal way.
that's what
It's
I'm
like
talking about.
we got to start being more about. It's like I, and the reason why I bang on this a lot of the times, because me being in the hood and still living there, I make money, but I still live in the hood. You see what I'm saying? I see the need. I see what, and that's what people got to understand. You got to see what the people's needs are, and go like Flint need water. I always use that as an example. Now here our water as far as if you want to drink tap water, I don't do it. But if you had no choice to drink it, our water's not bad by by nationwide standards, or if you want to say it. But Flint need water, so every community is gonna need something different that's pressing. They're gonna have a different pressing need that's needed right now, and so we got to get off it and get to the point where we're trying to address those pressing needs right now. And once we start doing that, I always use myself as an example. I started coaching little league fucking football and went from that to get active in all other areas in the community. I don't care if you go out there and coach kickball, nigga. Just get your ass out there and start doing something. You'll be surprised who you meet and run into. And I'll be back. Shit, I'll be back again. I got some else to do.
And you know
First
what?
of all,
Another thing.
I'll be right back.
hey,
All right.
hey, hey, both hold on. And and but that's what I mean. What that brother just said was that's intel. He gave the knowledge to other brothers to better progress themselves through being financially responsible, from being a positive, active part of the community. These are things that this is intel. How to do this shit, how to save money, how to do this shit. This is knowledge. This is intel. And this is, even though it might be just on a community level, that is the most important level, because that's where this shit starts. And I want to address one more thing, right? For all the people, there's a lot of people who, every time we talk about this, right? Like revolution. Niggas think that, like, when niggas see the Panthers, they see pictures, right? They see Huey on the chair with the spear and the shotty, right? They see, they see everybody dressed in straight leather, all black, you know what I'm saying, with the guns. And that, without a doubt, is part of violence, and being ready to retaliate to violence or defend against violence is a part of all revolution. However, people glorify people are what I find is that most people are skin deep revolutionaries. Most people are surface level, surface level warriors, right? To where they've never seen combat before, so all they get is the images and the stories of glory. But anybody like Boats, or I don't know any other veterans on the panel, we we know that it takes. Boats was a boatswain mate. He'll tell you every operation take a whole, like, Boats. How many lectures you went? How many briefings you went to, bruh? You can't
Oh
even
man, a
count them,
ton.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, I can't even
you
count
can't
them.
even count them. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Everything takes intelligence. Everything is planning. Everything is thinking. And if you're just a nigga out here who's on some shit like fuck white people, I want to shoot them all up, la 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 la. I mean, look, there's a place for you, but your place is taking orders. Your place, look, if you want to do that shit, it's all cool. Do that shit. You don't have the intellect to call shots. You don't have the seniority to make decisions. Cool. Rely on other people who do want to do the planning. But for all these niggas out here on some rah rah shit, fuck, discussing this shit. Let's just go out here and be on some wild shit. You know, the thing is, for me and Boats too, we both been all over the world. I've been over the world twice. I don't even know how many times Boats been over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. And from all the shit that we've seen and all the operations we've been a part of, and all the campaigns, the one thing that never changes is, it doesn't matter who the fuck we're facing or who the fuck the target is or the enemy is or the objective is, there is always some intelligence that backs that operation. And what I want black people to start doing is to stop thinking so one dimensional. You're not going to go out here and storm the white supremacy headquarters and end white supremacy overnight. That is not how any type of warfare works. In fact, how warfare starts is trade. It's an economic war before any shots get fired. But the thing is, y'all niggas wouldn't know that because y'all niggas don't take the time to know. And when niggas try to tell y'all niggas be on some shit like, man, fuck that. I just want to shoot. Well, shit. Okay, go out there and be the next headline on CNN so you can make us all look bad and get painted as some type of crazy motherfucker. I'm trying to give you the game because, look, niggas like me and Boats, we seen this shit firsthand, man. But look,
What's up?
y'all ain't look. Don't look. I end it like this, nigga. I'm gonna end it like reading Rainbow. Don't take my word for it, nigga. Shit.
Hey, Grinch, man, that was some real talk there, dude. Because I do believe that we need to have organization. We have to be prepared for for the different things that are coming heading to us. But yeah, I'm one of them brothers that is on that rah shit. I believe there's coming a time where we're gonna need to man up, man. I mean,
Here's my question for you then. You say you on that rah rah shit. I think you using the wrong terminology. Are you on
yeah,
some shit where you just want to go out here with no plan, half cocked,
no, no,
and
no,
just
no,
okay, so
like
you're
no,
not
no,
on no
no.
rah rah. Rah rah, when I say rah rah shit, I'm from College Park. When I say rah rah shit is that shit niggas do for no fucking reason. That shit where it's on some shit like, nigga, fuck you, cause you ain't me. That's what I mean. The half
Okay, well,
cocked,
what I mean,
unplanned, unthought off shit.
right? But when I mean rah shit, I mean that it's organized and it is planned, but we do go out there and we handle our business. That's the
Well,
rah shit.
that's not rah rah shit. That's an
Well, for me,
operation.
it is. For me,
No, no, no,
anytime,
no, no, no.
any,
Let's use the right terminology. What you described, you said you plan the shit out. You talk about it. You take a plan, desired course of action. That is an operation.
on some rah.
No, bro.
That's
No.
what
Look,
it
Hey,
is.
Boats, tell him. Tell him. What he described, is that an operation or not?
Oh,
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I was
no,
busy doing something. I didn't really hear him.
No, I'm trying to help y'all niggas, man, because I don't want you to go out here and get misconstrued. Because if you say like you on some rah rah shit, niggas gonna look at you like you on some frugazi shit. And and the thing is, that's why I'm telling you, don't say that because what you just described is the opposite of rah rah shit. Planning, intel, you know what I'm saying, a charter course of action, and then the action itself, that's an operation.
Yeah, it is.
right.
It is. It is.
No, no,
It
no, I
is.
agree with
Yeah.
that. But for me,
Yeah.
you got to be rah to want to go out there and do it.
I
Like I said,
mean,
I
Well,
wanted to
nah,
be
you don't have to. You know.
organized. I wanted to be planned, but I'm all down for it. I'm tired of the shit going now.
I mean,
I
I mean, I
believe it.
just
I get what
am.
you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I just wanted you to make it clear so anybody, because I know you got people who come here and see this shit. I want people to understand exactly what you mean, and I'm telling you what most niggas take rah rah shit as. So when I tell you this shit, it's not I'm not coming down on you or no shit. I'm just letting you know you're thinking on an operational level, which is what I'm trying to get niggas to think on, because a lot of niggas, when niggas say rah rah shit, they're talking about fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hear
Yeah,
what you're saying. But for me,
and you don't need.
what it means is like you said, you're military. So once the planning and the organization and the planning has been thought out and prepared, then what do? They give you the marching orders, and what do? You go storm that hill, right?
Right.
And you and so for me, that's rah when you go storm that hill.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but you
that's
don't.
having balls, man. That's just being a man, though. That's what I expect out of everybody who I join the panel with. Is just be a man. Like the thing is, I got hit with this. I got hit with a cowardice argument, right? Not too long ago, where nigga thought because I wanted to think before I acted that shit showed cowardice. But the thing is that is intelligence, and it's too many brothers that could be valuable brothers who have weapons systems, training, at least in the basic form, right? Handguns, assault rifles, you know, these are valuable brothers. Niggas look at these niggas who bang as niggas who ain't shit, but these niggas know more about guns than your average citizen. So the thing is, they're better equipped to deal with the fuckery. But what happens to these brothers? These brothers get fucked up because they go out here on these half-cocked emotional plans, and they end up getting locked up, getting their life taken away. Every brother who gets taken off the street and put in prison, that's another soldier who's taken from our ranks.
Yeah, and let me say something about the rah-rah shit. You don't have to be on any rah-rah shit to get shit done. What you need is to want to. I know a brother right now who has the knowledge to build a house from the ground up, right? But
Mm.
he's a cashier in a grocery store. And when I asked him, I said, well, why aren't you out building houses? Well, he don't want to. So what's the greater tragedy here? The fact that he don't want to, or he spent his life learning something that he was never going to use. Which is the
No,
greater
and
tragedy.
and no, and look, I see what you mean, man. But
Right.
that's the thing is, when I talk to brothers, when I'm talking to y'all brothers, I'm assuming, it doesn't matter what your age group is or none of that shit. Because everybody, even the women, low key, you know, even the women have something to contribute to the war effort. So the thing is with me, I just don't want brothers to go out here and think, because I'm gonna be real frank with niggas. There is no To me, there is no glory. There is no glory in going out in an unthought out manner, unless it's, especially if you're the one taking the action. There is no glory in that. Where the glory is in victory. I mean, sure, is there glory in bravery? Yes. But I mean, the thing is, bravery, I'm expecting that of you niggas. That's the base level for a nigga like me, a combat veteran. I'm expecting that. Y'all even talking about these subjects, I'm expecting that shit. I'm expecting you to go hard. I'm expecting you to give your all. So I'm not talking to you like you're some fucking peewee. You feel me? I'm talking to you like you're a grown ass man. And if you're a grown ass man, you have to understand, not war is not only fought with your fists or with the rifle. War is also fought psychologically and in your mind. And that's what a lot of niggas don't pick up.
Mhm.
Now, y'all
And
believe how
I
wise
totally
this
agree with
brother
you. I
is?
totally agree with you on that, Grinch. Totally.
Now, you believe how wise this brother is at his age? This is a young
Yeah,
brother talking.
yeah.
I want, I
He is
want, I
very
want you
wise.
brothers to keep that in mind.
The Grinch is very
Hey man,
wise.
I appreciate that, man. I
Right.
was forced to grow up early, man. I got to see a lot of shit real early. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm humble, man. I'm just trying to share the things that I've learned from my travels all over the world, and my experiences and the shit that I've researched, and tried to share them, because at the end of the day, I'm just like everybody else here. I'm
Yeah, but what you
I'm
gonna
look,
do?
I'm a soldier in this shit just like y'all, man. It's no seniority in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? It's just information being shared.
But what you gonna do about that strag that said you her baby daddy?
Who said I'm what? Stop playing with me, both.
Yeah.
Both's crazy, man. I ain't got no strag out here on no shit, bro. That nigga Boat's wild, bro. But that's why I fuck with
Oh,
boats, man. I fuck with boats and mates, man. I
that's my
got plenty of
man.
good experiences with boats, man. Boats
Yeah.
and mates, bro.
All right, yeah. All right. Good night, Muhammad's the one. Thanks for being on the panel. Appreciate that.
All right, for sure. Salute, man.
Hey man, I want to too, man, for allowing me to come up here and speak with these brothers, man. But I gotta step down myself. But
Okay.
Grant and
Oh,
and
man,
Red and everybody, man, thank you, man. I really
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
the
I
conversation.
appreciate that, but this how I do. Wherever anybody want to leave, last comment, please. So last comment, and you be out.
All right. Well, like I said, man, I want to thank you for allowing me to come up on the panel.
No problem.
I learned a lot tonight. Grinch, man, you are very wise, dude. For you, and
Yeah,
and you're
man.
young too, man. So that's good. Coming up, man, you got a lot of knowledge to
Hey,
pass
the
on.
truth.
You got a lot of time to do it, man.
Man, hey,
So
I'm humbled, man. I appreciate that, man. Salute.
no
Hey, the
problem, man.
truth.
I just want everybody, man, everybody stay strong, man, and just pass along that information. Anytime you can help, our people, man, to go ahead on and do that, because we all we got when it comes to in the end. So that's the
Yeah,
I
thanks.
reality,
think
man.
All right. Any brothers that want to make your last remarks? Because y'all think we did good. You know what I mean? The
yeah, I'll
I,
say so.
remarks.
okay, no, go ahead, Boats.
Yeah, I
No.
thought it
You
was
go.
a
Huh?
nah. Yeah, I thought it was a great build, man. Really, enjoyed it. Good information, a lot of wisdom coming from the Grinch. Amongst people who are much older than him, man. Very, very impressed with this young brother, man. Very impressed.
Appreciate
But
you,
thanks,
bro.
JT. Yeah,
You
no
put
problem,
what?
Grinch. And thanks, JT, for having me on the panel, man. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime. Go ahead, Grace. You can make your last remarks.
All right, man. I'm gonna start ending every stream the same, right? Educate and elevate, man. It's your boy the Grinch, man. I'm out, man. We can do this.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Go ahead, Max. Last remarks, please.
Yeah, I just said it, man. But again, JT, thanks, man. Much love to you, bro. You're my brother. Can't wait to be on the panel with you again, man. Can't wait to have another one.
Yeah, I might have another one today. Never know. Might have another one today.
All right. Well, I'm game, bro. You can
All
always
right.
call on me.
Got you. Got you.
Peace.
Peace on that, yo.
Peace.
Muhammad's the one. You still there? I guess he's not. She stays asleep. As always. Last remarks, please.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the brothers that came on tonight. Salute to y'all, man. Great show. And we out. Peace.
Peace. All I can say for me, P Money, I gotta read this because I know he want me to read. He said definitely agree with that brother right there. Peace and blessings to all family on the panel. My brother, the underrated darkness, aka the grinder. Thank you for your service to the brother speaker. I appreciate that. I know he want me to say every time he put somewhere, he said he want. I never get a chance to read, but thanks for the compliment. And all I can say, yo, we just got to keep on building. We got to keep on stacking the bricks of knowledge and service. And to understand that each of us play a vital role. And I always say this, and I'm going to keep on emphasizing this. If a brother has a plan, fall back and be a team player. And make sure that plan manifests. Some of us have to learn to be team players. And that's the only way that we can get through. Say thanks for underrated game for life. Or anytime my brother Deacon up defense, you welcome, you family. All right. So on that note, I be coming back today. Most likely, I'm trying to knock out 3 or 4 lives. I'm dead serious. Cause I gotta D-Red, he gonna do some jazz, so I might hit some jazz. Then also, thanks again. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that. And the Queens. I gotta say before I close out, Queens. I want to thank you so much. Oh, Annette B. Thanks for the super chat. Malik, thanks for the super chat. Oh man, there's somebody else that hit me with the super chat. But whoever you are, thank you so much. And but the Queens, thank you so much for continually, effortlessly to support us. Us as black men, we got to get it together. And I think that's the man talk is all about. And I want to thank you so much for your continuing support. And y'all know who you are. Really appreciate that. That means a lot for the brothers. And also definitely means a lot to me. And we just want to let you know that we work, we strong brothers and we gonna work it out. But at the same time, Queens, gotta be in alignment. Gotta be in alignment. But war's on, so we gotta prepare. And long as I keep on doing this, it's gonna be man's talk. Sometimes it's gonna get serious. Sometimes it ain't. But I hope that y'all enjoyed this the much as I did. You know, exactly, P Money. Exactly. Yeah. Let me put this out there too. Shout out to the LDBC. That stands for Lions Den Boxing Community, also basketball community. We as a family, we not just talk about boxing and talk. We in our community. Whatever merchandise that we have, we make sure it reflect back in the community. We make things happen in our community. There are even some brothers that had interviewed basketball players, even some famous boxers. There are some brothers that, and I'm telling you, I know this for a fact because I seen it myself. And I'm proud to be part of the LDPC family. I've been part of it for a minute. You know, P Money know about that. That's how long I know P Money. So I actually see the LDBC grow. So I want y'all to check out the website. It's www.ldbc.com. Want you to check that out. We got some merchandise. Also, want you to check out Ticket TV. All right, check out 7-8 Sports. Check out Blue Blood Sports TV. Check out the Peckerwood One LVZ. Check out my brother always. He brought me in the LDBC Town Biz. All right. Check out Black Fight Fan. He had that Twill Talk every morning. I said between 10:30 11 o'clock. Don't quote me on that. And we doing our thing, man. You know, they know the darkness. They know the darks be putting it down. And Deacon of Defense, again, his uncle started. See, always history be happening on the Darkest channel. And so appreciate the brother again from Las Vegas. So again, I want to thank y'all in the chat. Very much appreciated. And all I can say, y'all, us as a people, y'all, we got to change our mindset. Let's build. Let's get at it. Let's take our rightful place in this world. But the only way we got to do it, we got to strategize. We got to have a plan. And I agree on that of the Grinch. Also, Max. And also all the brothers in the panel. I agree, each and every one of them. They go to show that we in one alignment. Like I said, we as one flag. That's all I know. That's what we have to have. On that note, see y'all later. But this one is Get Ghost.